Hi everyone. So I think many of you were like me, anxiously waiting for the results of the Iowa caucus. So what just happened? There's no result. No results out yet. This is this is totally ridiculous, okay? This is a failure. This is a disaster. Okay. So what happened in Iowa? This is an article by Elliot Hannon, Slate.com. Now, the Iowa's Democratic Caucus is officially a bar. There are many theories trickling out about just how deep this conspiracy runs against every candidate, depending on which one you ask. Okay, everyone thinks it's rigged against him or her. Okay, this is total disaster. By the way, I'll be live streaming Andrian's town hall today at 7:30 p.m. So that's gonna be super awesome. Stay tuned. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All right. Even before the country went to sleep late Monday night. What are you talking about? Even now, this is Tuesday morning. Without gratification of a winner, stories were already surfacing out about the sad state of technology the state party were relying on too. See, that's why we need a president who understands the technology, right? It's insane. Andrian said we are 20 years behind the curve. It's just total disaster. Okay. All right. To modernize the process, the backup analog plan to report results, we're phoning them into the party. But that process appeared to be woefully undermined and in utter disarray as well. The result, we don't have a winner. Yes, it's still not totally clear the full context of what went around on Monday night when Iowans went to caucus, but after the dust settled on the caucus that wasn't, here's what we have. Okay. It appears to be some problems in the app. Okay, there were some inconsistencies in numbers of votes getting reported, blah blah blah. On a conference call with presidential campaigns, Iowa Democratic Party officials said the delay was because of the new rules requiring caucus leaders to report 3 sets of numbers to party headquarters rather than just the delegate totals. The New York Times reports for Iowa, the new reporting standards meant counting how many people backed each candidate on the first and second alignment. That change, requiring the reporting of 3 separate numbers from each of the states, more than 1,600 precincts, has slowed the gathering of data to a crawl. We found inconsistencies in the reporting of the 3 sets of results, said Mandy McCleel, the party's communications director. In addition to the text systems being used to tabulate results, we are also using photos of results and a paper trail to validate that all results match and ensure that we have confidence and accuracy in the numbers we report. It's simply a reporting issue. The app did not go down, and this is not a hack or an intrusion. Oh, jeez. The underlying data and paper trail is sound and will simply take time to further report the results. The technology also reportedly failed as the app designed to assist in reporting the precinct vote totally appeared to be deeply flawed. It's insane, okay? Listen, the app didn't work. Things didn't work out right.
We were supposed to be able to have an app, report it all, almost instantaneously, and that didn't work out. The app didn't work. Things didn't work out right. I've been trying to call for several hours to report my results, and I can't get through. It's a phone number, and I can't get through. That number's constantly busy.
Okay, no wonder Trump is saying it's unmitigated disaster. Okay. Oh, the Democratic Caucus is an unmitigated disaster. Nothing works, just like they ran the country. Remember the $5 billion Obamacare website? They should have costed 2% of that. The only person that can claim a very big victory in Iowa last night is Trump. It's true. It's true. Democrats are the losers. We are the losers. Democrats have been focused on impeachment, which is total waste of time and energy and money. And now, Trump wins again. I'm going to play the sound We are the losers. I watch the debates time after time. I listen to the candidates, but few even made sense until I knew Yang through Joe Rogan show and his freedom dividend democracy owners and human-centered capitalism. We are the losers, my friends, when we keep on talking about Trump. We are the losers. We are the losers. No time for impeachment. We have new vision. Oh, we lose. Water them by the light, so they may repeat. Only young Halsey and Bernie have integrity, but that fourth industrial revolution gives us no choice. I consider a challenge for the whole human race that we ain't gonna lose. We are the losers, my friends, when we keep on talking about Trump. We are the losers. We are the losers. No time for impeachment. We need as new vision. Oh, we are the losers, my friends, when we keep on talking about Trump. We are the losers. We are the losers. No time for impeachment. We need as new vision. Andrian said many times, the more obsessed we are with impeachment, every moment we talk about Donald Trump, we're losing, even in the context of impeachment. Okay, so Trump compelled the Caucus app failure to the botched rollout of the 840 million Obamacare website. Okay, in 2014. This is insane. The president also was joined by other party leaders in criticizing the Democratic Party for the reporting failure. Republican Wyoming Representative Liz Cheney also ripped the party, writing, "If you can't run a caucus, you definitely can't run the country." See, Democrats are setting themselves up for the failure. Is it Russia? No, it's not Russia. It's who is the biggest threat to the democracy? It's not Russia. It's not China. It's the Democratic Party itself. Okay, you are just handing this another 4 years of presidency to Donald Trump, and you're smearing, the non-establishment candidates like Andrew Yang and Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard. They are the ones who can actually beat Trump. They are the ones who can actually pull support from Trump voters. Okay, disaffected Trump voters, libertarians, independents, first-time voters. But you are smearing them. Okay, you are not giving them a chance, a legitimate chance. You do all these sort of dirty things, media blackout and this and that. It's insane. It's totally insane. Okay, as Trump noted, he had a clean victory in Iowa and defeated his two primary challenges by margins of more than 95%. See, again, the betting odds data is completely right. The president acknowledged his success on Twitter, writing, "Big win for us in Iowa tonight. Thank you." Okay, so my prediction is either we have Andrew Yang or another 4 years of Donald Trump this year. Okay, that's it. So I don't think my prediction failed. So I said Andrew Yang can win, but the only reason Andrew Yang couldn't win, okay, I can think of, is that Democratic Party is not nominating him, okay, and he's not getting enough attention. Not many people know him, and all these other candidates like Pete Buttigieg, is stealing his talking points, his ideas, to his advantage, to grow his base. See, now his topping, his number 1 or 2 in Iowa, and maybe in New Hampshire as well. And all these other candidates, they were, busy with impeachment. And it's just total disaster. Okay. All right. Last but not least, I'm going to. Okay. Let's listen to what Chuck Todd said about Iowa caucus.
To Chuck Todd and NBC senior legal and investigative correspondent Cynthia McFadden, who has been literally up all night looking into what happened here. So, Cynthia, what did you find out?
Well, I think the headline is it wasn't the Russians in this case. It appears to be the Democrats who did it to themselves. The Democrats wanted to have a new app to get faster results from the nearly 1,700 caucuses. They also felt it would be more transparent. Didn't turn out that way. What happened essentially is that caucus chairs were supposed to download this new app to their personal cell phones. I mean, already security analysts.
Some questions, yes.
But okay, that's what they were supposed to do. It came out really late. As they start trying to do that,
they got the app late.
Yeah,
we don't even get it till yesterday.
Well, we don't know exactly when they got it, but they told us they got it late in the process. So many of them were working on it yesterday and early yesterday morning. In fact, NBC News has been able to review a memo between some of the party bigwigs and some of the caucus chairs in which they were saying things like, nobody having trouble with the app should feel dumb. So they knew yesterday morning, long before voting commenced yesterday evening, that there was a problem.
Okay, but I thought they had backup plans and all of that. That was the big innovation of Iowa this year. Now we're going to have paper cards and we can recount, and that's what they're doing now? Or?
Well, that's what they are doing. Thank goodness for the paper. I mean, they did have people write down their selections.
2020. Thank goodness for the paper.
Yeah, well, and now they're recounting those. But, we should just note, we knew last night by 5:30 that at least 12 of the caucus chairs were unable to use the app. It turned out to be a lot more than that. They went to the phone. Yeah. The phone didn't work. 2 hours. Some people waited.
Some of these precinct chairs calling in can't get in with a party. Is that right?
They couldn't get through.
Okay, so Chuck, let me turn to you on this. I mean, we have a literal "Can you hear me now" moment with the Iowa caucus situation. Iowa's supposed to be about momentum. It's supposed to be about the headline this morning for the candidates. Of the candidates, who wins, who loses, given this set of events?
Well, if you look at the entrance polls that we have, some of the, and certainly look at how that extrapolated out, it's the best we have, the data we have. We've seen what the data the campaigns have also shared. It appears to comport at least to what we're seeing in the entrance polls. So if you think about who benefits, maybe the person who benefited the most from this glitch might have been Joe Biden. Because all indications are that Joe Biden was sitting somewhere in the third or fourth range in with the first alignment, and after realignment, and he was below threshold in quite a few spots. And so while he polled okay in the entrance poll, it's very possible that once they do the delegate reallocation, he was going to be in fourth. The Warren campaign believes that. Other campaigns also believe that. Our entrance polls indicate that there was a real possibility of that, too. So if you look at it in that sense, Joe Biden sort of may have dodged a bullet. And then you look at Pete Buttigieg, who may have been the person hurt the most here. It appears that Sanders brought more people to the caucuses than anybody else. And even the Buttigieg campaign is not claiming they had more people show up. But his support was the most spread out. It was the most across the board. And, whether it was the caucuses we were covering in real time, plus what we've seen in some of the data, it appears that he may have been the one that could have won on the second realignment. The point is this, though, Savannah.
Yeah.
I mean, Pete Buttigieg could have been a big national story for him. He really he went the old school way. Iowa, New Hampshire. Yeah. He didn't really try to build a national campaign yet. So
he needed the bounce.
This totally wastes. Think about it. I was tallying it up. I'm up to some $300 million that may have just been wasted by all these campaigns combined.
Well,
I just feel so bad for these workers, both the paid, the unpaid.
Think about the people who spent the better part of a year in Iowa knocking on doors, giving speeches.
They left their lives. They left lives back home. I mean, you know.
We really are egregiously over time, but Chuck, real quickly, I mean, it's been talked about for a long time about should Iowa go first. I mean, is this the moment where the Democrats or Republicans make Iowa first too? I mean, is this where it ends?
This is the third straight caucuses that we've had a dispute about the results. 2012, Republicans took them days to tell us who won. 2016, there's still disputes about who won.
0.2 of a point.
So it's both parties. I think Iowa will do the country a favor. They're going to move to a primary. I think we've just learned it's done.
Chuck Todd, Cynthia McFadden, I would say both of you were up all night, in fairness, okay? So get some rest and thank you.
Okay, so...
This morning, the candidates are all...
I think it's Pete Buttigieg, actually, is the biggest threat to Andrew Yang, okay? So I put this link below yesterday. Pete Buttigieg just copied Andrew Yang again and again. I have another video from a while ago that also showed he did this shamelessly, okay? And he's now becoming number 1, number 2 in Iowa and probably in New Hampshire as well. And, that's just incredible. And, I think Andrew Yang need to attack these people. Okay, he needs to start to be more aggressive in the debate. That's the only way, probably. He need to change his strategy. Okay, all right. Tell us what you think and what is going to be Andrew Yang's path to victory this time. All right. Bye.